Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Caroline Mueller. Ronald Exantis is staying behind bars and will serve the rest of his prison sentence. We first brought you this story last night after the Kentucky Parole Board made that decision after reviewing Exantis' file. Exantis was charged in connection with the stabbing death of 6-year-old Logan Tipton. Tonight, we're hearing from the Tipton family for the first time since Exantis was ordered to return to prison. Samantha Valentino shows us how they're working to prevent any other Kentucky family from having to experience what they've gone through.
Ronald Exantis was charged in connection with the 2015 stabbing death of 6-year-old Logan Tipton. While he was found not guilty of Tipton's murder by reason of insanity, Exantis was convicted on 3 assault charges for stabbing other members of Logan's family.
He took away everything from us, everything.
He killed every member of my family that day. Nobody that's sitting here today is the same person they were when they went to bed December 6th.
The Kentucky Parole Board unanimously voted to keep Ronald Exantis behind bars 3 times, but a decades-old law required his release on mandatory reentry supervision on October 1st. Exantis was rearrested in Florida just 8 days later for failing to register as a convicted felon. Thursday, the Parole Board revoked Exantis' supervision, ordering him to serve the remainder of his sentence in a state prison. It's set to end in August 2026.
Just for a few months, and he is out and nobody will be able to account for him. You know, it's just scary.
Exantis was sentenced to 20 years in prison, but he's received good time credits, reducing his sentence.
I feel like they had the ability to revoke all of his good time that he's been credited for and actually make him serve the entire 20 years, but that didn't happen.
The Tiptons tell me they're relieved Exantis is back behind bars, but they believe he never should have been released. They're now working with Representative Jason Nemus on legislation that would send someone found not guilty by reason of insanity to a mental health facility.
Logan's Law would protect people from, short answer, protect people from having something like this done to them, where the justice system in the state of Kentucky will protect them.
The Tiptons say they're working to ensure other families have the protections they wish were afforded to them. In Woodford County, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
Shortly after Exantis was released, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced the White House was, quote, looking into his release. The Tipton family says they've not heard from the White House or anyone in Washington. They're still hoping someone will contact them to help them with their case. Kentucky State Police are investigating a deadly shooting in Floyd County. Troopers were called by Prestonsburg 911 to the Beaver community Friday for reports of an unresponsive woman. Investigators say they found 35-year-old Sarah Sloan dead in a home off Kentucky 979. KSP says she had a gunshot wound and was pronounced dead on the scene by the Floyd County coroner. Her body was sent to the state medical examiner for an autopsy. A stabbing in Logan County, West Virginia early this morning sent 2 people to the hospital. Both of them remain in critical condition. Hannah Bazet spoke with officers at the scene to get the details.
The Logan County Sheriff's Office was called to Crooked Creek Road in Logan, where a triple stabbing took place.
I initially responded here for a 911 hang-up call. Then on the way here I was informed that it was a stabbing.
All 3 people lived together, and deputies say it started after a fight got out of control.
2 males got into an argument, then got into a physical altercation, and then both of them ended up with stab wounds. And then the female that we found out was later stabbed in the arm.
Both males were taken to the hospital and are in critical condition.
One male had multiple stab wounds, another male had a stab wound, and then the female, she had a stab wound to the arm.
The West Virginia Crime Response Team was called to assist officers on the scene. Now, police say that no charges have been filed yet, but that this investigation is very active and that they expect to be here throughout the rest of the night. Hannah Bazet, WSAZ, Logan County.
Police are still working to figure out what caused the fight in the first place.
All right, So we had a dreary Friday across the area. Some places had a little bit of rain. Harlan picked up about 2/5 of an inch of rain, just under 1/4 of an inch near Paintsville, 3,500 of an inch near West Liberty, 2,900 of an inch near Frenchburg. Take a look at First Alert Live pinpoint Doppler radar. Right now you can see that first wave pushing out of eastern Kentucky, but right now we're keeping an eye on another round that's going to push through towards the Louisville metro and Lexington area along portions of I-64. This will clip the northern portion of the viewing area as we go into the next few hours. You can kind of see what's going on here. That moisture is pushing its way out. Here's that next wave that we're going to keep an eye on. That'll bring the rain chances continuing into your Saturday morning. Temperatures right now, not bad for November standards. Keep in mind our average low right now should be in the mid-30s. We're seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s. On the WYMT First Alert Weather app, you'll get your hour-by-hour forecast, where we keep that thunderstorm chance in the forecast for a few hours, and then cloudy skies overnight. The complete First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Caroline.
Sounds good, Eric. Thank you. Baptist Health Lexington added some new tech to its operating rooms. This robot is called the Da Vinci 5. Surgeons use it to make smaller, more precise incisions inside a patient's body. Dr. Hope Cottrill used it for the first time last week. She said the robot helped them do a minimally invasive procedure on a patient whose cancer spread.
I was in a position where I could remove a large volume of tumor for her in a minimally invasive fashion. It was much easier than it has been in the past. And I felt very comfortable that we removed all of the cancer in this patient's abdominal cavity.
The system can be used for a variety of surgeries, including on the colon and lungs. Baptist Health hopes to see this system available to all their sites. As part of their Foundation for Healthier Communities, the Whitesburg ARH granted a $5,000 check to Southeast Kentucky Technical College. The money will be distributed throughout all 6 campuses to stock up their student food pantries. Officials at the college say their goal is to meet students at all ends of their needs.
And we do try to tell people, hey, it's not just us that's working on this. This is our partners, our community partners, and they're very, very important to us. But I think that it's going to kind of drive students towards Southeast. Hey, they're here to help us, not just with the academics, but with the non-academics.
Officials at SKCTC say they've also been doing what they can to help the community by delivering food boxes to those in need. In a surprise announcement late Friday, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene said she's resigning from Congress in January. The Georgia Republican, who was a once loyal supporter of President Trump, revealed her plans in a more than 10-minute video posted online. In explaining her decision, Greene said she's, quote, always been despised in Washington, D.C. and just never fit in. Greene's resignation follows a public falling out with President Trump in recent months.
I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me.
Greene has criticized the president for his stance on files related to Jeffrey Epstein, along with foreign policy and health care. In turn, Trump called her a traitor and wacky, and said he would endorse a challenger against Greene when she was set to run for re-election next year. Greene says her last day in Congress would be January 5th. Some sad news tonight. A beloved Hazard restaurant owner died at Hazard ARH on Friday. Francis Napier, owner of Francis's Diner, served customers home-cooked meals for decades. Funeral arrangements have not been announced. Francis Napier was 85. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, we hear from the new executive director of Shaping Our Appalachian Region, or SOAR.
And in the world of weather, we are seeing a few little splash and dash showers on the radar scan, but when is it going to finally let up? Details coming up.